Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Binding of Isaac, Repentance, where today we are going to beat Mother as Tainted Blue Baby. Getting one step closer to having this character completed, we can take our time. We only have to do Mother and the Beast as this character, so we can just kind of do whatever we want and not worry about things too much. Gonna spam those powerful poop attacks as much as I can. And hopefully that is just going to work out. We really don't need that much, I suppose, as this character. So hopefully that statement is not a lie. And this enemy can just jump into poison. Call it a day. Alright, yeah. I do need to watch out a little bit, I suppose, in case stuff like that happens. But as long as I can avoid things like such from occurring, we should be okay. I'd like a little bit more health, perhaps. Perhaps a couple of tinted rocks would be a nice addition to this build. But we'll see what we can get here. Since we are who we are, we can probably just do this. And that'll deal with most of the troubles there. I was a little bit worried that explosion was going to hit me again, but it fortunately didn't. Yeah, we can just take care of all these enemies from this side of the wall, so all in all pretty good. Keeping this bomb in there in case it ends up being useful. And all in all, just a fairly uneventful start, I would say. We could maybe destroy a couple of these pots and hope for a such and such. A quarter perhaps, maybe some other types of money. Not really sure where my secret room is, but probably in that one room right there. It can be there, I think. It's unfortunate that it requires me to throw a bomb in a little bit of a fiddly manner, but it ended up working out. There's the shovel. Fair enough, I suppose. Might as well. Shiny rock doesn't hurt. It shows crawl spaces, so that's pretty good. And I'm just gonna dig a hole right here in the hope that it was a crawl space, but unfortunately not. I'm just gonna use that every now and then. It'll probably be useful. If we keep it all the way through, I might just use it to skip the first corpse floor, but we'll see what we can get in the end, I suppose. Again, just making sure that we have all sorts of powers available here to make sure we don't die. I'm kind of tempted to keep this explosive diarrhea for the room with all the pots inside it, because I'm guessing that that would be actually pretty good. So what we're gonna do is just throw that over there. Just kind of hoping for a super secret room, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have just thrown it randomly. And then use these remaining poops to actually just deal with the various problems that are awaiting for us here. Since the build is not that great, we do kind of rely on all that stuff. But it's working out so far. I haven't seen any rock in this room sparkle, so I have to assume that either it happened off screen or that there is simply not a crawl space or a tinted rock in this room. Both very possible. I really don't know. Didn't pay that close attention, unfortunately. 4.5 volt, little bit tempting, but not tempting enough for me to actually really try to do anything with it. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm going to try to blow up a couple pots with this thing that I currently have in my jar. And hopefully that's going to give a lot of money and make it a little bit easier. In the next floor, I will just wait in this room for roughly 10 seconds. I don't know if it's every 10 seconds that it happens, but if it did, it probably would have happened at that point. That would have been great. No. Alright, I don't know what the best spot to start this would be, so I'm just gonna wing it. Kinda heck that up, and it was only a couple bombs. Really, yeah, I just got spiders. Oh, alright. Fair enough, I suppose. That is famine. We are just gonna try and poison him as much as we can here. If we can just keep getting him to fly through those clouds, that'd be lovely. Throw one of these at him, why not? That deals a pretty decent chunk of damage, I'd say. Let's do another one. Regular poop. And I'm guessing the flies will eventually take him down there. That will be spawning in the corner. There we go. And there we are. We got a lot of fly poops available. We don't really have much else to do on this floor, so we are just going to move on. All in all, in terms of starts, not super excited by it, but it'll have to do. It is what we've gotten. We are probably not going to go for devil deals as they frighten me. If I just hold this, will that actually spawn flies as well? Doesn't seem like it. I was a little curious about that, but unfortunately not the case. It is spawning spiders because of that juicy sack, but that is unfortunately not quite what I'm looking for. If I put something in a jar, it does reduce my amount of poops by 1, so I guess that is a good thing to remember as well. Scatter bombs is not going to do a whole lot, so I'm just going to guess it. And deck of cards. With an upside down moon card. I forget what that does. Is that thing maybe the super secret room? Yes, ultra secret room rather. Cool. I might just stick with the deck of cards rather than the shovel, because the shovel probably does have some uses, but I don't care for it too much. This, on the other hand, is about as good as ultra secret rooms items get. It has been a while since I've seen one. But these days they can only give you red items, items that are colored red, and there are a lot of bad red items in the game. So honestly, that went about as good as it realistically can, so very happy about that. Do not mind that at all. I'm just going to keep using these poops every now and then to make life a little bit easier on myself. Make life a little bit safer. There might be a secret room next to that room right there. I don't know if I should save these poops in particular that caused this streak to happen, because it does help out with stuff every now and then. But at the same time, it probably doesn't matter too much what I'm doing here, is what I'm hoping. Judgment card could be good. I could theoretically create a bridge here. With a little bit of work to... I fly. Alright, yeah. Very good. I know what build I have. Do not fear. Good God, this is already starting off wonderfully. Let's just blow that one up. I believe in myself. Yeah. Yeah, very good. Very good pill pool. Very excited by what just occurred there, but fair enough, I suppose. Not loving this too much. Not gonna waste any poops on this. We don't have a lot of poops right now, and we have 0 keys remaining. Bombs, our key was a little bit unfortunate. There is still a key right here, which I'm a little bit tempted by to try and get, but I was kind of hoping I could charge my item. It does look, however, fairly unlikely that that is going to work out in my favor. I'm hoping that these poops that we have placed is basically enough to destroy this boss. We could probably blow up that big bunch of gas over there. It has disappeared at this point though, but at the same time, we have dealt so much damage already that, quite frankly, we're probably going to be okay here. A syringe, speed up, not bad. Don't mind that at all. Bunch of red hearts. I could check out the curse room, which I don't love. I could check out the super secret room, which I'm guessing is down here. And it is. Maybe there's enemies inside. Nope, just the classic 3 red heart super secret room that we seem to get every time we're a character that only has soul hearts. So, very good. I'm going to check out the curse room. Oh, God. Maybe there's troll bombs in here? Well, that's better than troll bombs. God, I'm actually going to have to go for devil deals, aren't I? Right. Okay. Do we have a bomb in here anywhere? We have regular poops. God, that's like all my poops to try and destroy these flames, but I think I exploded. Alright. Alright, I'm a little bit lost. I don't know what combination of things I had there to explode like that. But something's happening with those poops and I'm not loving it. Anyway, if I touch this and then immediately leave the room, we're gonna be at 1 heart rather than half a heart, so that's kind of nice, I guess. What are those poops? I am genuinely unfamiliar with them, but they are exploding quite violently, quite quickly. And it is a treacherous situation, I'm going to call it. So either way, aside from that, we have a dead cat now, so that does make it a little bit more interesting to try and see what's in my devil deal. Unfortunately, that disappeared. So the guppy transformation is dead. It's unlikely to happen, unfortunately. I'm going to just save this charge for the next floor and be on my way, I think. rough health situation, but the 9 lives does kind of make it balanced. I can basically just not take health for a while and end up with a decent health situation if a floor allows it with relatively low effort. So that's looking okay. It's looking okay. We have Curse of the Maze, which I don't care about too much. Fool card, that's not bad. I'm gonna wait for this Judgment card to be somewhere that looks like it could be a secret room. I need to remember that I actually have flight because it is really useful. I need to also remember to use these poops as much as I can. Those didn't explode. I don't know. Maybe it was the floor layout. I really don't know. Okay, so the oh crap transformation with this character is basically nothing. So once again, I'm just going to risk it. We are only getting active items or garbage. That's not ideal. Maybe this room. Really mostly risking this room in case there was hearts inside. Unfortunately, it was not. If I die here, that's fine. I still have plenty of lives remaining. And the button was bad as well. So we're going to leave this room with half a heart. Again, not the end of the world. It's just a little frightening, but with the live situation that we have, I don't mind it. Flight is amazing. Flight is very good. And it will always be a welcome thing to every single build that I will ever have. This is a little bit of a worrying situation. Specifically that one enemy, the other ones can't really do much, but that one can shoot tears in bad ways. So I'm just going to try to keep him as far away as possible. That boss challenge room is certainly worthwhile, because even if I die... okay, if I get that, then dying is not ideal. But I can use the Fool card to teleport out of it. So all in all, I might actually... yeah, I'm just going to take that. Let's not think about it too much. That is an extra soul heart right there that is otherwise rather tricky to acquire. Unless I am at a low amount of health anyway. So I figured I might as well just grab that and not worry about the consequences too much. Might not have been the best choice, but it's not the worst by far either. So I'm just going to hope that works out the way I want it to. I think I may have found my secret room, so that's good. You die by poop. Any enemy that spawns other enemies is probably best taken care of as quickly as possible. Simultaneously, the secret room could be to the left of this room as well. I think. Assuming that this room allows it, and it does. However, I'm just going to do it. That's the wrong type of beggar, but you know what? Fair enough. Let's just try this. There we go. It was indeed a super secret room. Rather regular secret room, not very super at all. Hermit and Joker. I mean, I'm quite happy about the Joker card. Let's just burn you up for a little bit more Angel Room chance and be on our way. God, the poops of this character is so powerful. Really don't mind it. We have a low amount of keys. We do have a Hermit card waiting for us. So I might come back for this. If we don't get the Angel Room on this floor, I can use the Joker card to teleport in there anyway, so that's good. If I do get an Angel Room, then I'm going to take the Joker card with me to the next floor, but just use the Hermit card here. And otherwise, I'll probably do it the other way around. It'll work out either way, so that's good at least. That is the mirror. Can I fly through this with Spirit of the Night? No. Would have been nice, but not to be. Fair enough. Not too bothered about it, but yeah, okay. Not the greatest boss to get, unfortunately. Let's just throw that at it. I was kind of hoping the flames would do a little bit more there, but unfortunately not the case. Ooh, that's a lot of explosions you're causing here. Not loving the situation create. Oh god, that's so much. Okay. That was a big mess right there, is what that was. Yep. We might die to this. This is a little bit of a troublesome boss to be fighting with the build that we currently have, which is we have nothing going for us. Yeah, this is rough. We really don't have much going on, so I might just use the Joker card here, actually. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to do. Ace of Diamonds, that doesn't really help us too much in this current situation. We have 0 poops left. We dropped them all on the floor when we died. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can maybe just get something going here, because we really don't have a lot. Purgatory could be good. This is a lot of health and tier 8. The Bible is also added to all the item pools, which is arguably not too terrible, but not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm just gonna hope it works out. It gives me plenty of tier 8. It actually gives me like okay tier 8 now, which is kind of nice. There is a tinted rock there as well. I kind of left that behind earlier in the hope that I could make that work out. But I kind of wouldn't mind it now. Unfortunately, there's no real way for us to generate a bomb currently, so that's a bit of a shame. So yeah, there's not much we can do about that. I'll hold this for now. I'm a little tempted to keep this Ace of Diamonds, I suppose. But, yeah, we'll see. Let's try this again. We have the meat cube and a lot of health, so if need be, we could just try to use that to our advantage. Our damage isn't great, to say the least, which concerns me somewhat. I'm just going to try to get him to fly in very... don't do that. Just very much stay to the middle of the room, the exact middle especially, so we can more easily dodge him. I probably should have kept him more in the bottom, I suppose. But I mean, it's working out so far. Apparently the boss is a little bit easier if you just play well. Who would have thought that that can make a difference? I really had no idea. I mean, surely we were about to reach the next phase of this fight. There we go. I'm assuming the creep doesn't hurt me. I'm also thinking that maybe the poop that I can throw probably actually heals him. Because it does actually do that with some of the poop bosses, I believe. So maybe I should just not do that. Because I recall there being something about butt bombs healing certain poop bosses or something like that. And I need to actually remember that because that's a pretty big deal. Hopefully not an angel room. It did not open, that's good. Also, that whole bomb situation, I kind of forgot about this door if I'm being honest, but we can make it work with what we currently have. There's several explosive diarrheas waiting for us here. And I think if I do this more or less, that didn't quite work the way I wanted to. I probably should just put that in the jar. Yeah, that went very wrong. Okay. Let's just do one more of these. Yep, perfect. Alright, so that's open now. Now we just need to get the key piece. I'm probably not going to do that boss as the loss because it, quite frankly, went terribly. So we might just avoid doing that for now. What I am going to do is throw this in the corner here. Keep that. Just use this even though it's really good. And then throw that over there for a whole bunch of explosions and a chest that I cannot open. Unfortunate. Well then, what can you do? That's X-Lax. The Ace of Diamonds might be good in that one kind of big room, I suppose. Maybe here as well. Yeah, there's a decent amount of enemies here. I'll take that. Given that our money situation was pretty bad, I actually don't mind using it there, so that's fair enough. Just gonna take the easiest path to the item room here. Only this room remains, and there's only 4 enemies here, which is where I originally wanted to use the thing anyway, so all in all that works out more or less as intended. Just gonna stay far away from these enemies. And before you know it, we have one more extra card that we can get. I might use the card generation on the next floor, because that way we might be able to keep that hermit card as well, and if the hermit card is better, then that is obviously just a nice deal. Maybe it's a card that we can use immediately. Who knows? We're going to find out very shortly. Let's take that as well. We have a decent amount of money, still no keys. The key count has been pretty rough. But that is what the hermit card can help with ultimately, so that's nice. All in all, it is certainly a run. Is there a key in my shop, actually? There is, kinda. It's a pretty good key as well, since it makes this chest perhaps better. Well, even more flight, but also an Eternal Heart, which is just a regular soul heart here in a minute, so honestly, not a bad deal. We are looking like some kind of demon angel right now, and that is exactly the kind of aesthetic that I like to be going for regardless, so that is working out. Alright, Hermit card, Lover's card, that's not that much unfortunately, but with the Hermit card we can enter this curse room, and then simply teleport out afterwards. That is Birthright, which I forget what it does. This character increase the maximum of carried poops to 29. I mean, honestly, not terrible. If I can afford it, I don't hate it. I'm just gonna do this and believe in myself. Because we are going to get increased drops from chests due to the item that we picked up, Mom's Key. I do probably want to open every single key in the game, if I'm being honest. It probably isn't a terrible idea. I do need to actually use these poops more though, because quite frankly, they can be rather powerful. The poison effect alone, probably worth it. That enemy bounced into an exploding rock, but also into me. And I think he ended up dealing less damage because he bounced into me first. So, all in all, pretty favorable situation, if you ask me. These enemies are all quite allergic to me being able to fly, so that is looking good. Also, with this room, there's a decent chance there is a secret room right there. So let's just try that. No regrets. And a secret room with a sausage. It's an everything up. All of our things are a little bit higher. More angel room chance, more planetarium chance for the next floor. All our stats up. It's just a nice thing. It's a health up, I believe, as well. So that's also really nice. Should have put that in the jar, but fair enough. I'm just going to hang out right here. Take care of everything. But yeah, sausage, it's alright. It's an alright secret room item for sure. I don't hate the odd mush. It's not... The speed down's pretty rough, but we did already just get a speed up anyway, so the extra damage is actually welcomed a lot. That is... Well, that was, I guess, a better way of doing that. Dropped a blue spider, which dropped a soul heart when we killed it, so that's kind of nice, I suppose. Another ace of diamonds. I guess it's going to be a money run. Assuming we can get one more room with enemies inside. It would have been nice to have that previously. But I'll take this amount of coins as well. Super secret room is probably adjacent to this. I'm actually just going to give it one attempt since there's only one wall here anyway. Oh wow, not even there. Because it cannot be next to the shop, unfortunately. It might actually be up here then as well. Why is this still glowing? Yeah, it might be over here then. So you know what? Let's just try it for good measure. Yeah, there you go. Eternal heart, that's another soul heart for us. Things are looking pretty good. The blinking is just from the trinket showing that there was a tinted rock there, and I guess it just keeps showing it for the end until the end of time. I don't think a crawl space is just going to appear there. So I'm just going to leave that alone. This is a room that's easy with flight. And we are getting to a decent key count right now, so things are looking pretty good. This is also a room that's easy with flight. That's an enemy that I don't love, so nice that we could just destroy it. And it seems that the rest of this floor just doesn't hold that much interesting stuff. We have found basically everything at this point. One more challenge room. But other than that, mostly just charges for my cards. Hermit card again? I guess I might as well then. And since that's a golden coin, I'm actually just going to clear this because I think I wouldn't mind having large amount of money. Also a lucky penny right there. Yeah, damage-wise, we're doing pretty good. I actually wouldn't mind a Dark Bum with this build either, because we do have a bunch of red hearts appearing every now and then when we take damage, so Dark Bum could make good use of it. I unfortunately cannot, so finding something that would make it work would obviously be rather nice. But if not, it's not the worst, for sure. I don't recall if there was anything in my shop that was worth keeping. I mean, the birthright, I guess, is fine. I don't hate it. The red card could be good. Empress, I forget what that is. Health up, tears up for 1 minute. Alright. I might just use that immediately then. I don't hate it. I'm guessing those 2 soul hearts are going to disappear once this runs out, but the tears up is a welcome sight for the tough twins. I mean, this is a boss I'd rather just use a whole bunch of bombs on, but yeah, fair enough. I guess every now and then we could just do that instead and deal a little bit of extra damage that way. Maybe the gas is going to explode. Deal a little bit of extra damage that way. If Fortunately, because we can now hold a whole bunch of poops, I am less inclined to use the poops that I have, which is a bad habit of me already, so I probably should just keep spamming it. But at the same time, having a whole bunch of poops available is kind of okay, I guess. So I don't hate it. Jar of Wisps I don't care for, but the relic is going to give us health. I think health-wise we're probably okay at this point. So that's good. And let's go on to the next floor. I could have gotten those remaining poops over there, but I don't really care too much. I'd rather just move on. Hopefully we can use that card for a little bit longer. Have that increased tier rate for just a little bit more, because having tier rate is just a nice thing to have. And after it runs out, yeah, you can actually see it blinking. As it runs out, our health disappears, our tier rate back to normal, unfortunately. But that did put us into a nice sort of poop situation, which I do not mind. I'm a little concerned about these enemies, but it seems their fire does not work to destroy those things into a fiery explosion, so I guess I don't hate it too much. And let's just make sure we use these poops whenever we can. There really is no reason to retain these poops, even though I can carry a large quantity of them right now. They're nice to have, but I should just spam them. Glass can? Absolutely not. Hey, we didn't get an active item in our item room for once. What an exciting prospect. I'm very excited about that. I do need to remember to get that second knife piece, of course, but things are looking okay so far. These enemies can eat an egg. As they used to say. They definitely didn't say eat an egg, but I'm going with it. That is stopwatch right there. I value that more than a single soul heart, believe it or not. It is, in fact, a nice speed up that you can buy. You cannot buy that many speed ups, but also the whole slowdown thing. Pretty neat. Wild card. That with Perth Throw could be interesting, actually. So that's just as effectively a second use of Perth Throw if I do it right. Which I am very capable of not doing correctly, but there could be an instance where I do. I don't know what I would want to Perth Throw is the thing. And it would need to be on this floor. I mean, if the boss room item's bad, I guess I could do that. Yeah. That could work. So we take that. Just gonna... I kind of want to destroy you. No hard feelings, but you're better off being Angel Room Chance. I'm sorry. I did not fully intend to destroy the donation machine there, but I'm just gonna take it. Definitely not necessary, but sure. And let's go fight the pile. Yeah, I mean, if we get a bad, you know? If we get a bad boss room item, I can use the wild card to re-roll it. That's kind of nice. And if not, well, fair enough. We tried. Also, this boss slowed down with stopwatch is apparently the slowest boss ever created. I mean, I guess it was in the white goop, which combined with stopwatch pretty much makes him immobile, which is pretty good. Just gonna hang out here for fun. I mean, I gotta take it in a second. Unfortunately, I was so excited about the horse pill that I went into here without Perth Throw. Yeah. Experimental pill. Tears up, shot speed down. How excited am I to do that again? I kind of... Well, it said shot speed up, speed down, but realistically, none of my stats changed. I'm really not sure what happened there, but fair enough, I suppose. Very odd, but fair enough, I guess. Maybe horse pill wildcard just doesn't work the way we expect, but yeah, fair enough. Maybe it just lied about the effects. I really don't know what happened there, but I'm just gonna take it and move on. We do still need to get that key piece, so I am just on my way. I hope I've pressed every button on this floor. So genuinely, I'm not certain. These buttons create sacks, I think? Yeah. Same with this one. It's just one of those rooms. It always does the same thing. And that is the room with the minecart. Unfortunately, we don't retain our flight as per usual. Any character with flight is usually having the time of their lives in here, but we instead are one of the slowest characters with the worst tear rate in the game. So yeah, it's not great, but we'll make do, I suppose. We don't have to be too quickly, but it would have certainly been nice. I could destroy these flames for goodies as well, but quite frankly, this tear rate is very demotivating. It ultimately doesn't make much of a difference. It's like 1 coin. Like, occasionally you do get some really good stuff in there, obviously, but it is just, ugh. I don't need to focus. Oh god. Yeah, I knew I did that wrong, and then I just stopped reacting to that. I don't know why. Just sort of stopped moving there entirely. My health situation is fine, so I can make as many mistakes as I want. Not as many mistakes as are viably made, but you know, I want to make a couple mistakes every now and then. It makes me feel human, and that's a good feeling to have every now and then. But please, not much more, though. I do appreciate it when life goes a little bit easier. I'm surprised it didn't hit me, but I might have technically still been invulnerable. Also, that diagonal movement to get out of that room is just a little bit nicer, and it certainly speeds it all up. High Priestess? Nah. Let's just move on. A curse room. There is a hermit card waiting for us, but I don't know if I can be bothered to walk all the way back, especially with the relic. I'm just not that concerned about my health. I feel like we're probably just going to get our health back anyway. So let's just see if we can get some good stuff here. Because mostly, I would love some more guppy pieces. 2 specifically, I suppose, so we get to Bookworm Transformation, and we'll just have a better time overall. But if we cannot get that, that's fine as well. It's just, I would have liked it. Now, secret room-wise, it might actually be next to here. And if it is, we could theoretically bomb our way into the thing there. I'm actually going to keep this into my little jar there. This is a little bit of a move that I would not recommend. Actually, I could just do this. That's fine. Alright. I don't know if it didn't open because I put a poop in front of it. Or if it's just because it's not there. Because I think it is viable that it's simply just not there and that it's here instead. So how about we just do this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of so and so, and before you know it, much explosions. Yeah, it's just right there. You could arguably call this perhaps not worthwhile, given the amount of poops I spent on it, but at the same time I have 24 of them and about to have even more once I enter this room. So all in all, I can't really complain about it too much. Let's just move on. I kind of want to make sure I have this trinket fully charged for the final boss. I don't really care about it too much for the rest of the game. I think. It kind of depends, I suppose. Curse of the Labyrinth does indeed make my... I don't know. Having a charged trinket for this floor would be kind of nice on the one hand, but... I kind of figured that would work. Very nice. Look at these Mom's Key chests. They are so filled to the brim with stuff. And I, for one, appreciate that immensely. Like, these are the stat-ups that I get. And the tear rate and the damage are fine. The speed up is probably the most significant one. I'm gonna just do the next room and then... just as before we kill the last one, we can just switch over, I suppose. Like, use the item. 2 of diamonds. I mean, yeah, sure. Might as well. No real reason not to. That's 4 brimstone. God, everything's so slow with stopwatch as well. It's so ideal. It certainly makes everything feel a lot safer. We no longer have a key count problem, which we had 100 years ago into this run. Whenever this run started. Plus this room just has a bunch of keys inside it, so that's just nice. Emperor card. That could speed up everything. That's tempting, because I could just Emperor card... If I Emperor card in this floor, I think I skipped a boss, which I'm not loving because I kind of want to have the boss room item. But I could use it on the next floor, which would be nice. It just skips a lot, you know? I can use Perthrow in my item room, which is not too terrible of an idea either. Damage-wise, we're not like in a great place right now. I'd love a little bit more of that, but again, we can get a little bit more with our trinket if we really need to. We might be able to get a strength card or something as well. But then we wouldn't be able to get Emperor, which is a little bit awkward. I might use the Emperor's card on the big room. Yeah. I'll do that. Why not? As you notice, I have completely ignored the fact that I still have just a billion poops and I'm not using them for anything. I should really get used to this. And perhaps one day in the distant future I will, but for now, it is just going to be me saying, "Ooh, I should use these poops more," and end my sentence, end every sentence with that statement, because quite frankly, it's a very easy thing to say and not do, I'm realizing. I mean, IBS is basically what we currently already have. This, on the other hand, it's going to give me a bunch of red hearts. It's also damage up, though, so I don't hate it too much. Yeah. Cool room, especially with flight. I'm actually just going to take this into a room, like just a random room here, and put a bomb in there, because I think if I find something that looks like it could be a secret room, I wouldn't mind trying to go in there. Relic, once again, dropping health. This is a usually fairly scary room, but again, flight. Similarly, this one right here, the stopwatch, I think also helps with this, because those things in the middle, I think, are moving a little bit slower. 2 of clubs, sure, that probably gave me a lot of poops, I guess, so that's kind of good. I am aware that I left a thing behind. I left Perthrow behind quite a ways. I'm hoping that I don't have to walk all the way back. But I am aware that the odds are not in my favor in that regard, because I have been going on for a while here. I don't care for Sharp Plug. I'm not going to lie. It's too much. It costs too much health to use. But I can do this. I can Perthrow that. Maybe we can get some sort of mapping. I guess. Is that what I want? What I really, really want? I don't know. First of all, I'm going to grab Perthrow because I'm kind of sick of having to walk all the way back for it. Let's just see what the item room has. If I can reroll the item room. If I have to reroll the item room, rather. I suppose is the better way to phrase that. I think I'd prefer to do that. I don't hate that. I'll take that, actually. It's a little bit of extra damage. It's not a whole lot, but it'll do. So it looks like we are going to reroll the shop for 1 item. Not the most profitable reroll, perhaps, but we have 54 coins and I don't want to waste it. That is a Bible. I mean, I'm definitely going to touch it. I am very tempted to keep it, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep this. I kind of want to use it against Mom's Heart because I'm just not that great at the fight, and every time I can skip it, I don't hate that ordeal. So we're going to use this death card in the slightly bigger room. Then we're going to go to that chest room to get the Emperor card back. I think everything's just going to work out wonderfully from that point on. That's my expectation. Have some poison. I assume these enemies basically just insta-die to poison, or at least they probably take a decent chunk of damage from that, I'd say. That's my hope, that's my dream. I really don't know where to go on this floor. I guess I have to go down from that red heart. That's really the only direction I can feasibly see at this stage, because we have been going for a while. Yeah, Emperor card, do not hate that. That is just very nice to have for skipping 1 corpse floor. Not sure if I want to use it on the first or the second one. I guess that depends on whether or not we're cursed. If we're cursed on the first floor, I'll just use it there. Otherwise, I'll probably just save it for the next one, honestly. Do not hate that idea. And we have a boss. It's the other twins, the horny boys or something like that. Something weird. It has a really strange name for sure. And that's their name now, whatever it may be. And they're gone. Health, don't mind that. I guess with Sharp Plug, it would have been nice that we could do a boss and charge the book and then kill the next boss immediately afterwards, but don't worry about it. Hopefully those eyes stay open, and indeed they did. Don't love this too much. I think I hit them there. Hopefully not. Yeah, it's the big stomp. but it is a little bit slow right now as stopwatch plus the white goo is just making everything immobile, which is wonderful. I'm tempted by the damage up, but Polaroid is just really nice to have on a character that doesn't have stuff and things. So, nope. There we go. Now, ordinarily, I would take that moon card and just go back, but unfortunately it disappears along with all the items in the item room. Everything's gone here. Let's move on. We are getting closer and closer to the ending of this run. It's going pretty okay. Build-wise, not super excited, but it's getting the job done, I'd say, so don't hate it. We are not cursed, so I will keep that Emperor card for now. I will... I already have maxed out Angel Room Devil Deal chances on this floor because of the XL floor that we previously had. Might as well turn this into health and move on. Now, theoretically, we could actually give this one a bunch of health as well, because we'd only need to get hit once, and then we can probably give him like 6 hearts because of Polaroid. Which isn't too terrible. But at the same time, if we have like health to spare at the end of this floor, I might consider it, but other than that, I don't really have a reason to do that, I feel. At most, what I could consider is using... I'm trying to think here at the best of my abilities, but my god, it is not happening anymore. Admittedly, this is run 4 of the day, and yeah, it's maybe just a little bit too much for one day, but at most I could destroy him for the Angel Room chance. And maybe that would be not a too terrible of an idea. I also don't love these enemies on the side here. I don't want them destroying into those weird red flies because they are so swift. From the look of things, it's starting to look fairly unlikely that I'm going to have health to spare as well. We'll see, I suppose. There is a lot of poison in this room, and I'm actually just going to wait it out a little bit until some of that poison disappears. I just ran into that. That is unfortunate. I don't, unfortunately, really have a use for this Bible anymore either. It was mostly just to kill that one boss, but it is so good at killing that one boss that it is hard to say no. It is also activating our trinket, so at least we got that going for us. It gives us a little bit of a speed boost and then everything boost, really. So I definitely don't hate it. It's just that, as an item, it's not really doing too much. It's more just a trinket activator at this point, and honestly, I don't hate it, but it is just a little unfortunate. That is a library in this corpse. It's an unusual place to build a library, but I accept it nonetheless. Because I did say just now that I didn't really have a use for the Bible anymore. Whereas now, I could pick another book that I don't really have a use for. I mean, this book's alright, I suppose, in case I really need bombs or something. And we have the Bookworm Transformation. So obviously I can't really complain too much about it. If need be, we could technically use Book of Anarchy against Mother. Or the boss on this floor, actually. I don't hate that idea to just use it against the boss on this floor. Depending on which one it is, I suppose. If it's the one that eats you, and then you have to fly inside it, or fight inside it rather, maybe not, but there's probably some bosses I wouldn't hate. That is the Dark Bum that I was talking about. Wish I could see my map. I'm just gonna risk it. Let's see if there's red hearts on this floor. There is some red hearts. I doubt that this is going to be worth it with the hearts that are still here, but I'm gonna give it a good shot anyway. Because I don't really have a reason not to. Since I did just spend 3 hearts on it, but yeah, it's unlikely. World card? I mean, the world. Might as well. Now we know where the secret room is, so I definitely don't hate that. And we got a black heart, so far it's only costed me 2 hearts instead of 3 hearts, so that's all in all not too terrible. Let's just line this up. There we are. Inner child. Sure, I guess. Doesn't hurt. Feels like I'm walking on sunshine. Would have actually been kind of nice to have in the in a different place, because then I could have gone into the curse room instead, but nah, just gonna leave that alone, unfortunately. Don't really have a reason to explore the rest of this floor. We know that there's no special rooms remaining. Scourge. Oh god. Talk about bosses that I do not fight frequently, and one where I'm very much considering using the Book of Anarchy, but simultaneously, if he just does this for the remainder of the fight, that's fine. That's fine. Just do that attack forever because of stopwatch, making it last an eternity. Yeah, don't hate that. Right, so we're gonna just go in there. I'm gonna use the Emperor card immediately because then we know where we have to be. Not sure if I want to explore this floor anymore. Also, that Eternal Heart just gave us a bunch of health, so really, I'm just gonna go. This is like plenty of health to fight Mother with, I would say. Let's just throw that in there, because I think this gives me fire tears as long as I stay in there. One of those mechanics that I really never use. But if you put like special effect poops on this layer of poop, then it does in fact combine with each other to create a wonderful experience for everyone involved. And that's neat. And I am just going to throw every single one of these poops at the enemy. Well, with stopwatch, this is fortunately not too bad. There we go. That went very quick. Does this work? Does this give me anything? Does it give me like poison or something? I would assume so. This is still a little fiddly even when it's slowed down when I'm standing in the worst place in the world. But I'd say we're managing. Not really too concerned right now. I was kind of expecting that to blow up for some reason, but it didn't. You also just have plenty of time to move out of the way with this stopwatch. It's wonderful. Explode! I can't see the lines. Nice. Fortunately, I was in the right spot there. Very well done. I was kind of expecting that to explode as well, but it didn't. Fair enough. You're gonna throw everything I have. Why not? Just go all out. Just a whole bunch of garbage everywhere. I'm assuming this will probably have done 100,000 damage. I'm genuinely not 100% sure where we're at right now damage-wise, but it seemed to do a decent job. Yeah, there you go. No worries at all. Yeah, fair enough. It was a little messy, but it got the job done, and that's ultimately what matters. And I don't mind that. The ring cap has appeared in the basement. Think it's a trinket? Genuinely not sure. And that is another thing done as the Tainted Blue Baby. Only the beast remains, and that will be another completed Tainted character. Getting pretty close with some of these, so that's looking pretty good. Kinda should do more stuff on Magdalene so we could scroll around and just see a bunch of completed things, but instead we're just gonna have to sort of awkwardly do that from the middle of the list. Fair enough. Either way, that was that. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run with a different character, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.